I am back. Yard work's all done for today and getting ready to bag and board a little more. Turn that on silent. Put another box together, so I am good to go on storage boxes. And pinned the link if anybody hops on and wants to join in. Love Thrills. I found out this is it's actually called Fox Giants number 23, which it does not say anywhere at all inside this book. And it is, they basically took, oh, son of a bitch, that's a regular size box, not a magazine box. They basically took remaindered copies that have come back in and ripped the covers off, the rest of the remaining covers, if there's anything still on. And they took 4 comics, they stuck them together and put a new cover on it and called them Giants. Kind of interesting. These should be in alphabetical order, and I still can't find them. Should come after. That is a 4 color. I'll be damned. Four color 648. Now I got some Roy Rogers books coming up. Don't remember where these all came from, but they're pretty nice shape. Nice photo cover on the back. Hey, Kenneth, good to see you back. That's Roy. That's probably going to go up there. Yeah, I got a bunch of Roys here. Roy Rogers, 14. Issue 39. I may have to read this one. Somebody wrote on the front of this cover, dropped from plane, shot trying to rescue doctor. Hey, Burke, I am alive. And yes, this does look like a hoarder's room. I painted the two adjoining rooms, so everything from those two rooms has been moved into my office. And I'm going to be putting new blinds up and probably putting new flooring down. So everything will probably stay here for a while. So the link's in the chat if anybody wants to hop on. Batman Caped Crusaders. No. Is it an animated series, I'm assuming? I can't tell you the last animated series I actually watched. Probably Spawn, or maybe if it wasn't Spawn, it might have been, there was a Max animated series. So no, I'm sure I've heard people talking about it. Oh, Corrigan's in it. Oh, wow. Yeah, they teased me with that before and never brought a Spectre around. They're bastards like that. I'd love to see something with a Spectre in it, even if it was animated. So do you think they actually may introduce Spectre in this series? The other shitty thing is I do not have Amazon Prime. I mean, I do, but I have a business account. And with the Prime business account, you do not get Prime Video, which is fucking stupid. And they won't let you add Prime Video on, even as an add-on, to a business Prime. They make you buy another $99 personal Prime account. And I just refuse to do it. I figure Legion's watching it, and if Spectre shows up, I'm sure he'll let me know. in which case I'll find somebody's Prime account to steal so I can watch it. Yeah, that's the only reason I haven't watched any of The Boys after the first season, is because it was on Prime. I can't remember why I watched the first season. Maybe the first season wasn't on Prime. Or maybe it was free on Prime and you didn't have to actually have Prime Video for it. I don't know that I'll get that desperate, but I appreciate the offer there. Yeah, I don't understand why I was able to watch the first season, though. Because all I've ever had, I'm pretty, well, maybe when the first season came out, I had a regular Prime account and I didn't switch to business until after that. Which could be the case because The Boys has been on for a long time, now that I think about it. And it probably was about the time I got my Amazon Prime business credit card. So I probably switched to a business Prime account. So do you put all your books in Mylars? My new theory is to put everything that's going to be a keeper for me in Mylars. And I'm going to thin out and get rid of a ton of books. I'm estimating I'm going to try and whittle down to about 7,000 to 8,000 keepers and then get rid of the other 15 or 16,000 or whatever it is. So Mylars for everything I keep. Yeah, kind of, sort of. Just, they sit there and do absolutely nothing. And there's so many books I just don't, I'll never open, I'll never look at, I'll never read. I don't care about. I won't even look at the covers. So if I can whittle down to the ones that I do care about, plus it'll make it easier to finish a few runs, and I can get rid of some duplicates, of which I have a lot of. I'm about 7 books, I think, away from finishing the Looney Tunes series. And there's only 2 of the issues I'm missing are even remotely expensive. So once I'm sure what I need, when I get everything cataloged, I'm just going to break down and buy them off of eBay or wherever, just to get that series done. Yeah, all of these old Roy Rogers have full color back covers, full photo back covers. Everything was a pin up to them back then. Yeah, talk about lazy. That's the same here. I just don't, especially if you want to try and maximize your profit out of things. I'm going to start putting together bundles of like 20 books probably. And we have a few yard sales a year downtown at the building. And I'll probably just put bundles of 20 together and try and get, 50 cents a book out of them and advertise. And sell as many as I can that way. I'll list the better ones on eBay. But all of the junk, all the $1, $2, $3 books, probably even $5 books. I mean, just if I get 50 cents out of them, that's 5 times more at least than any comic shop would ever offer. Yes, I still have the Mustang, though I've not got to drive it this summer nearly as much as I would like. Been too busy, too many jobs where I needed to go out with a ladder and couldn't just toss the laptop in the car and go. And then also when I had my ACL surgery, it would have been pretty hard to get in and out of the car during that time frame. But I will get some more days in, and I like the fall days. I actually like driving it when you've got to put your flannel shirt on and jeans and nice cool day where you want to be home before it gets dark. Whereas through the summer, half the time you don't want to drive it until it gets dark because it's too fucking hot. No, I have sleeves on all my flannels. Yeah, the only time I'm team no sleeves is when I'm mowing usually. About you, you got anything exciting going on? You probably be going back to school before long. Beat but complete. Christmas cover, I might upgrade that one when I get the run done. Already back at work. You got kids already, or are you just back for prep, getting ready? A friend of mine's a teacher. She has her first like orientation day tomorrow, and then a week from tomorrow's first day with kids. For me, teaching I think would be hard, just for the fact you have that, you have such a long vacation, and then all of a sudden you're back to work. It would just be tough for me to, start and stop and then get back into the swing of things. And I'm sure you probably drag ass that first week back with kids, though, till you get back in the swing of things. So do you teach a specific grade, or you teach a specific subject, or both? Oh boy, that smells like mothballs now that I pulled that one out. Nine to 12 journalism. So you that like school newspaper too? I assume that's what you mean by journalism. Got it. So you got all ages of kids, but those are the only classes you teach. All right, switch over to kind of sucks having to switch back and forth between golden age and modern bags and boards. But I'm only doing 2 sizes instead of getting a size for every single book. So it makes it a little easier. Basically, if it'll fit in a modern, that's where it goes. If it won't fit in a modern, then it goes in a gold. You got any plans to do HeroesCon again next year? Oh, stop. Get up and get more modern. Daredevil 26. Hmm. San Diego, I should say. I really don't have any desire to go to it. The only reason I liked Heroes was just because it doesn't have all the pomp and circumstances and pop culture movie bullshit. Yeah, I've missed the last 2 years. I had last year, not this year, last year I had reservations and had things come up. And then this year I didn't even bother to make the reservations. Yeah, I'm going to try. I'm planning to go next year. I'm going to actively plan to go. Still doesn't mean I'll make it, but 260. Yeah, it's Daredevil. Part of me doesn't even want to finish the Daredevil run now. Keep a couple of the keys and sell everything off, or hell, maybe to sell all of them. So what are you cooking for dinner? Bacon on the Blackstone. I'm back on my diet. So today was yogurt and a yogurt and an English muffin and a 2 protein shakes. So Sunday's my eat thin day. Saturday I usually cheat a little bit, so then I go to the opposite end of the spectrum on Sunday, and then I try and stay around 1,000 calories the rest of the week. Try. Standard. Yeah, sucks getting old. Yeah, that's for sure. So do you let Summer out of the basement to eat, or do you take the food down to her? No basement. I think you told me that before. I've never cooked on a Blackstone myself either. I hear people talk about them and how wonderful they are. I've got a charbroil that I really like, but I use my Ninja grill for most things. Ninja grill and crock pots. Those are my two preferred methods of cooking. Ninja because it's fast, and a crock pot because I can put it in the night before and just let it cook all day long. I hear wonderful things about those grills, and I see videos online all the time of people cooking all sorts of different meals on them. There's one woman that does weird desserts on hers, like where she just pours bags of chocolate chips and marshmallows and cake batter on top of her grill and starts cooking it. Oh, yeah, his weekly recap. I may log off and head over and watch that while I bag, if I don't get anybody else pop in. And there's also a art stream going on that I can always watch. There it is, right in front of me. My goal is to get through the stack tonight. Now I bid on things, but I've never been the high bidder. There were only a couple of things I seen that were extremely tempting. And of course, there were things that went crazy high. But I specifically remember one time a Silver Surfer page I was looking at, and whoever it was that bought it, people spend way too much money on stuff there. He turned around and put it in like a Heritage auction or Comic Link auction, and it sold for about $800 less than he paid for it, I think, at auction. He just realized he spent too much money on it and tried to get what he could back. At least I hope he didn't think he could get more for it. Did you see that Aquaman page I posted on Instagram last week? That Nick Cardy? That's probably the first non-Spectre page I've got in a while that I'm actually really stoked over. Yeah, it's a pretty cool Aquaman page. And then I found the color guide to it. Somebody had it in France. I made a deal with the guy to buy it, and you could tell from the pictures the guy had online that it was a legit real color guide. But he made a copy of the artwork and then hand colored it and basically sent me a forgery. You know, and it was pretty obvious because the original had the production holes at the top where they mount it on the board to photograph. And the one that he sent me in the mail had pictures of holes on it. If he would have actually used a hole punch and put the damn holes in it, he might have been able to make a stronger argument for it being, for the color being off because of the scan. But I mean, it was obvious he sent me a fake. Fortunately, I didn't pay too much for that, but the art's real. So it was only a matter of time. I bought so much art from overseas. It's only a matter of time before I got burned on something. Just glad it was only, $300 and not 3,000 or something like that. Well, have fun over on Mark's channel. I might see you over there. Yep, later, Burke. Well, it says I got 4 people watching. Who else is in here? Any stalkers? Oh. Hey, Drac. Long time no see. I was just looking at the OA I got off of you the other day, going through the binders. So what's new in your world? So are you writing and drawing your own book now? Or are you drawing a book for someone else? Well, I heard somebody talking about that the other day. Yes, I heard somebody talking about Murder King. Because when they were talking about it, I got it confused with Murder Crow. What do you got planned for C3 this year? I think I'm free that weekend, so I should be around to watch the festivities, maybe spend a little bit of money if I got anything left by then. Doing a little renovation around the house. Miscellaneous up here. Man, that'll be close. Close, close, close. I think that's the only issue of police I have. I think. If I have any more, maybe I've got one more, but I mean, I'll find out as I go through this audit. That is actually going to fit. I may have one. I want to say maybe I've got an issue of police that has Plastic Man on it. Or I could just be imagining it. These are all, I can't tell you what the most recent anything is, but, and I guess I've told this a few times now, my database got corrupt. And it had been corrupt for so long that it had been overwriting the backup with a bad with a corrupt backup. And the only good backup I could find was about 9 months old. So I lost everything I'd put in for at least the last 9 months, if not longer. And I started buying duplicates. So that was my cue to recatalog. I use a program called Comic Base, which is pretty comprehensive. It's PC based, and it does have an app for cloud. So you can buy it once, and you've got free updates for a year. But I mean, if you want, you don't ever have to buy another update for it. But if you're going to use the cloud access, you have to maintain the subscription. But I've been using it probably literally for 30 years. I think, I don't know if I had their very first version, but I probably was using it since at least version 2 or 3. And I am now manually backing up and not relying only on the automated backup. But I don't know how well you can see it. It lets me print these labels I put on the boards, which shows the issue number, or a picture of the comic, and then tells you whatever pertinent information there is about it, the story inside the book, the artist, and then there's a custom field that I enter in. What's actually the grading field. I assign a grade to it, and in that grading field, I list whatever the flaws may be that I feel need to be listed. And I also put in what box I'm storing it in. Yeah, Comic Base actually has a free version that you can use. But it's only good for up to 500 issues. Once you hit 500 comics, I don't know what happens, but Brave and the Bold 12. Don't even remember where I got it. But yeah, Comic Base, it's I'll go to my grave with it. It's just one of those things, I've been using it for too long. I think the first version, I don't think it was on floppy. First version may have been on floppy disk I got. And then I remember the first one that came out on CD, and then one that came out on DVD. And then they started putting it out on Blu-ray. They still have it on Blu-ray plus for download. But yeah, I mean, CLZ, you can give the free version a spin and see what you think of it and decide if it's worth using. Because I think CLZ is actually free, isn't it? And you don't even have to be signed up for their. I don't know if there's any subscription or you have to sign up for anything with them or not. Yeah, I think Comic Base actually will help you transfer from CLZ over. Like they'll give you the step by step on how to export out of CLZ into Comic Base. Because I'm sure they've had that question several times since CLZ started. Is Tom and Jerry. Oh, I guess I got a lot of Tom and Jerry's coming up. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I wanted to get through this whole stack tonight, but I don't know that that's going to happen. I decided to go with the E. Gerbers. Did a lot of research and watched a lot of videos and asked Chat GPT, and Gerbers ended up being the winner for me. A little more than some of the others, although not the most expensive. There are more expensive, but yeah, they're My Light 2s and 42-point fullbacks. And I decided to only buy modern and golden size. If it's too big to fit in a modern, then it goes in a golden. So that way I've only got two sides of the bags to deal with. Unfortunately, that means I have more magazines or more books that have to go into a magazine box because the Golden Age My Lights will not fit in a regular comic bin. Which really sucks. But I bought 10 magazine size plastic bins to get started. And I've opted to use the fold over method, the fold in method, as opposed to taping. Yes, sir. Have a good dinner. Thanks for popping in. All right, I'm probably going to stick around till about 9 o'clock unless I get anybody hop in. About another 10 minutes. This one here might be a good candidate for the super golden age. Bags and boards. But it fits. Barely. They're really not any taller, they're just wider. The extra quarter-inch make a difference. It does not make a difference. It is still too tall. It's kind of odd. I may have to tape this one. That's going to hurt. That's going to hurt. Nope, not going to work. Buck Rogers. Buck Rogers. Shit. Boom. Ye old plop. Well, we are coming up on the 9 o'clock hour. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I'm probably going to keep whittling through the stack a little bit, but I think that's going to be it for the old YouTube tonight. So see you guys next time.